This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, good morning. Greetings from the Nacogdoches County Chamber of Commerce. I'm Kelly Augustine. I'm glad to see everyone here. Glad to know that this session will be recorded so that others can hear the information. The media we invite to join us, they can also check out those recordings, hopefully get some more stories, good things happening in Nacogdoches. So in today's Chamber Stakeholder Conference call, sponsored by Burke, by the way, we have a special guest with us. Their faces will seem familiar, but they have new and exciting news to share with us today. We have Caroline Garner, who is with Nacogdoches Area United Way. We have Erin Wyndham, Nacogdoches ISD. And then also Kayla Criddle is here. I'm going to let them say a little more about Kayla. But I believe they're going to do a tag team type presentation for the F5 program. I'm ready to hear more about that. I think more in our community are ready to hear more about that. So ladies, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thanks for having us here today. We are excited to get to share more information about this program. You may have heard a little bit about it because it's been in the works since last fall, pretty much, and we've been dropping hints and giving little tidbits about it. We're going to give you the full Monty show today. I probably shouldn't have phrased it that way, but anyway, we are going to do a sort of panel here. I'm going to start and tell you a little bit about United Way, working with Kari to get this started and why United Way is involved in this. And then Erin is going to tell you more about the program itself, the benefits and the beginnings of it and all that. And then Kayla has a fun video she's going to show you. So there's something to look forward to. And then the implementation here in Nacogdoches. So how did United Way and why did United Way get involved in this? Well, first of all, this program was actually founded by a United Way in Springfield, Missouri. And Erin, I'm sure will tell you more about that. But this is what United Way does. We match resources to needs in our community. Those needs might be financial. You know, we are known for our big fall campaign fundraisers and other fundraisers we do to help support the agencies financially. But these agencies also have a huge need for volunteers. They really can't operate without their volunteers, and I relate to that so well. We do a lot at this small but mighty United Way, and that is thanks to the amazing board of directors we have and all the other volunteers that pitch in with our mission. So I feel for them, and I understand their need for volunteers. And we host a Day of Caring annual volunteer event that is coming up again. I'll talk more about that later. And we do from time to time put the word out about volunteer needs, but this is going to be a more intentional, ongoing way of recruiting volunteers for our agencies and finding them some of the talents they need. And my twin brother, in fact, volunteers for the food pantry in Beaumont, and that makes me so proud. But he tells me stories about how much is needed there, and I know it's the same at our Nacogdoches Hope Food Pantry here, and they are one of the many local agencies that have already signed on board. We're going to have a great variety of volunteer opportunities. But anyway, so we're very proud as United Way to bring that to you guys, and I want you guys to hear more about it. So I'm going to turn this over to Erin to tell you more about the Give 5 program.
Hey, thank you. All right, so Give 5, let me tell you, the CARI, Center for Applied Research and Rural Innovation at SFA, Marianne Rojas is the director, and she went to some partner agencies in our area and said, let's go see what they're doing in Springfield, Missouri, because there's some really cool things going on over there. And although they are 3 times the size of Nacogdoches, some of their poverty issues, some of their demographics, some of the things that we see in rural communities in Texas, they have a piece of, and they're solving some problems. So we went up there and toured. Monica Loa was there. So anyway, it was a bunch of us. When we went up there, we were able to meet Greg and Cora, who started Give 5, but we were meeting them in different roles, and they were talking to us about some things happening at the university there, small business incubator was happening and all different things. And he casually mentioned Give 5, and we were like, pump the brakes, what are you talking about? And he said, well, I mean, I can tell you about it if you want me to. So it wasn't even an intentional stop on the tour. It was something that just happened that piqued all of our interest. Sally Ann Swearingen was on the trip, and she's like, I have friends who are retired that want to hear more about what this is. Anyway, he explained it to us. We thought it was fabulous. We came back, immediately got to work on how we could bring it to Texas. And so this Give 5 in Nacogdoches is the first in the state of Texas. And it is a civic matchmaking program. And what that means is like eHarmony, but not for relationships, not for dating relationships, but for volunteering relationships. And so what the program aims to do is match retirees with the opportunities in our community. What happens when people are trying to recruit volunteers, or when people are trying to volunteer? In both situations, you find, yeah, I need someone to pick up trash. I need someone to seal envelopes. It's maybe some trivial or menial type of work. And although that work is out there and needs to be done, there is also a whole skilled labor force of retirees. And there is a deficit in, oh, don't fall. There is a deficit in amount of workers to fill those roles with those skills. And so here we are with the answer to that. The community kind of determines what your program is going to look like. And so we picked for Nacogdoches entities and opportunities, volunteer opportunities that all speak to the social determinants of health, which we know by now is not just medical. There are all sorts of ways that we can improve wellness in our community that go beyond a doctor's office and medicine. So that's what we're looking at. Well, although it does, these different entities are volunteer partners that we're going to include in this, speak to the social determinants of health, the program itself aims to alleviate senior isolation. And senior isolation causes so many health problems. And we learned a statistic that I can't even quote for you right now, but equating that health problem to smoking several packs of cigarettes a day. Senior isolation is worse and harder on your body. Anyway, the program itself is 3 days long in our community, and it's 1 day a week. So for 3 weeks, starting with the last week of April, it's a Wednesday, right, guys? Okay, they're nodding. All right. So no, not a Wednesday.
It's
Sorry,
Tuesday.
it's a Tuesday, Erin. It's a
Sorry.
Tuesday, April 30th. No, you're good.
So Tuesday for 3 weeks in a row, it's almost in the style of Leadership NAC, but what our trip includes during the day is visiting those volunteer opportunities and discovering what their needs are and what they do for the community, because there's entities out there that we don't even know they exist or what they are actually doing behind the scenes. You know, our food pantry, Hope, does not just feed people. There's all sorts of things happening there. They help people with budgets and all different services, helping them fill out paperwork and things like that. So anyway, we're going to go behind the scenes on, I don't know how many we have at this point. Kayla can probably tell you, but we'll visit maybe or hear from at least 5 each class period, somewhere around 5 different entities. And in those 3 days, this same cohort of retirees will get to experience those different opportunities and discover what those places have to offer in our community and what their needs are in terms of volunteerism. After we do our 3 class periods, our 3 class days, a few weeks later, give everyone time to marinate on what they heard about and what they experienced, they will have the opportunity to make a decision and commit to 5 hours a month at one or more of those entities. And so we have a beautiful, very special graduation ceremony, and the participants each get to go up, receive their certificate, and commit to 5 hours a month at one or more of the entities, or they may not commit to do it at all. But what did we do for them? They got out of the house, they met some friends, they saw what's happening, the good in their community. And if nothing else, they'll be able to tell their friends and family about these agencies and about their experience. And the hope is that this snowballs and carries on and grows. So that's the basics of the program, and that's why we brought it to Texas, and particularly Nacogdoches, because we have our fine institution of Stephen F. Austin and the Carrie, who was willing to sponsor bringing it here and getting us started. And so thankful that United Way was able to be the host agency for such. And I might add, this program is free to participants. They are not paying to take this class, and they get a free lunch out of it. So that's Give 5.
Very good. Thank you, Erin, so much for sharing that. And I hope you guys realize the need and the beauty of this program, how it's good for all parties involved. And yes, SFA Carrie has been a very important partner in sponsoring it coming here and has worked just great with us. And Monica Loa actually is going to talk about Kari's involvement in it after we hear from our Kari intern, Kayla.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a video that I want to show you guys to kind of give you what our participants that are interested in volunteering would see, to kind of give an overall feel of what it is.
Are you recently retired and looking for a meaningful way to share your time and talent? Join Give 5. The Give 5 Civic Matchmaking Program is connecting retired baby boomers with meaningful volunteer opportunities. Join Give 5 and you'll also meet new people, learn more about your community, and have fun. Come find your passion and purpose while doing something good to help others. New classes are forming soon.
So that is kind of like the introduction that they will get. With Greg and Cora coming from Missouri this week, we have an opportunity for people who are interested as a nonprofit, and even people that are interested as a volunteer aspect of it, to come join us on Wednesday, April 10th from 3:30 to 5 in the CBTX community room. And what that is, that's going to be a networking opportunity for people to learn what it is and to go ahead and start engaging in those potential volunteers. So we need a little bit of help. We have started putting flyers up around town. I have been sharing this flyer with several different agencies that are going to be with us. We have 20 that are interested, with about 10 that have already put in applications. So we are going to have a very good diverse base of nonprofits that volunteers can choose from. So if anybody is interested, I have a flyer that if you want to share on social media or on your personal page, your company page, whatever it is, so we can get that word out. We want as many volunteers to start coming so they can learn about it and they can spread the word. We also have the Senior Center's Health Fair that is going to be on Friday that we are partnering with East Texas Hospice booth so that we can start promoting there. That's a big field of where the volunteers can come from, because those people are already there and they're networking there. So we want them to come to Give 5. So tell all your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, and your neighbors about it. We have our curriculum started. We have an orientation that they will see on their first day, and we'll break for lunch, and then we will also see 3 organizations that day. On the second week, we have a little bit shorter PowerPoint for them to view with some speakers on all 3 days, and the same thing for day 3. Our graduation date is going to be June 4th, and we would like anybody that's interested to come see that and celebrate with our volunteers. We also want so many volunteers that we have to schedule more than 1 class a year. So that is kind of our goal, to have multiple classes throughout the year. And that starts with us just spreading the word about what Give 5 is. And I'm super excited to be a part of this as an intern. It has given me skills that I can use from now until the end of time. And I'm very excited about that. And I think that's all that I have for Give 5. So again, if anybody wants to share this flyer, just get with me and I'll be glad to share it.
Thank you, Kayla. Kayla's internship for us at this time has been a godsend, really, and we're so grateful. She's been the one to plug in with us at this time to launch this program. As you can see, she has a real passion for it. She came to us with great skills and support from SFA Carey, and we're so grateful for her and for everything Kari has done. This is United Ways rely on partnerships. That's why we are called United Way. And we've had a number of great partnerships with SFA, and this recent one with SFA Kari to support the launch of this program has just been priceless. It's going to be such a good thing for the community. But to hear more about Kari and their involvement, I would like to introduce Miss Monica Loa.
Hello, well, good morning. I will just take up a couple minutes of your time. I just wanted to say how proud we are to help sponsor this program and bring it to Texas. Our planning team was actually on a call last month during spring break for Give 5, and we were the only host site in Texas. So this will be the implementation year. And Kari, however you want to call us, we are proud to sponsor this first year. We're glad to bring these resources to Nacogdoches, but specifically, or Texas, but specifically to Nacogdoches. We are also so happy to be able to provide an intern to the Nacogdoches Area United Way. Kayla has truly been a godsend to this partnership and implementing this program and helping us keep all the things together. One thing I did want to share outside of yay, we're so excited to sponsor this program, is one of the research findings that our Give 5 representatives, Greg and Cora, kind of talk about while they're giving their big presentation, but one that's kind of stuck with me and why, one of the reasons why we're so passionate about bringing this program is basically their research findings find that graduates from each of the classes, so each of the 3-day classes, volunteer about 18 hours per month. And so this is approximately 1,000 hours a month between all the graduates from the classes. And then what that translates to basically is about $25,000 per month in wages, and a little over $300,000 per year in wages that volunteers from this program are being provided in the communities. Of course, that will vary depending on the community, but just those numbers, even if you cut those in half, $150,000 per year in wages that are done from volunteers, skilled retirees. We're just really happy to bring that to Nacogdoches. So yay, Give 5. See you all tomorrow, I hope.
Thank you, Monica. Yay, Give 5 indeed. So let's all be cheerleaders for this awesome program that is launching here for the first time in Texas, in the oldest town in Texas, which is just perfect. Tell your friends, your neighbors, like Kayla said. Just want to acknowledge this planning committee that's just come together to do this. I'm just so grateful as United Way person to have this team. And I'm very excited about it. So tomorrow, again, as a reminder, tomorrow, Commercial Bank, 3:30 till 5 o'clock, the Commercial Bank Community Room. There is it can be come and go or drop in. We're going to have a short speech from the founders of Give 5 and Q&A and just mingle and learn more about the program. No pressure, no commitment, at that time, but we will be happy to sign people up to participate. So please help spread the word. And thank you, Kelly, so much for this opportunity to share about Give 5.
I'd like to jump in and just add, if you don't mind, that maybe your organization or your church, any group you're in, you want us to come tell your group about Give 5, and we can bring paper copies of the application to participate. I know any of us in our team, and Dawn Bridwell and Anna Donahue are also on the team and may not be on the call, but one of us could go and talk to your group briefly about Give 5. We do not have to do a 15-20 minute presentation, but we can do that. But we can also just give a little 1-minute testimony to what it is and give the paperwork out for them to participate. So I just want to put that out there too, that all of us, any of us, depending on day and time, would be willing to come do that and would love to for your organization or church group.
Excellent. Thanks for adding that, Erin. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thank you, Caroline, Erin, Kayla, Monica. I actually was going to open it up if anyone had questions about the program or for any one of these folks that are involved in it. You covered a lot though, so a lot of details and good things. It sounds like a really exciting program that will engage a lot of folks with good skills to share and continue to make our organizations better. So thank you for the work that you've done to bring it to Nacogdoches and bringing it to Texas. That's pretty cool.
Kelly, Anita over here. I have one question, and you may have covered this. I do apologize if you did, but do y'all have like a Facebook page yet or anything like that to where we can go online and look at it? Did you say that already?
On the United Way website, there is a tab. If you go to just the home page, under events, you can see Give 5 and there's a Learn More button. But if you're more of a tab browser, there is a tab that says Give 5 that tells you all about it. The video's on there. There's a link to learn more about Carrie as well as our sponsor. And then there's also the application that they can go to as well. And we do have paper copies if we need to email someone application.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Well, Caroline, I thought if you wanted to go ahead and talk about United Way, because I know you have more things coming up.
Sure, while the old vocals are warm, I'll go ahead and take that, Kelly. Thank you. Let's see, our first class for Give 5 is on April 30th, as you've just heard. And let's see, is it 3 days prior? Yes, I'm doing my math here, higher math, April 27th. 30 minus 3 being 27 is a little event called Dudette Barbecue that you may have heard of a time or two before, but anyway, it's rolling back around. We've been proud to be the host of the annual Dudette Barbecue for the last few years. It'll be at Anita's Fine Expo Center again. We have more teams and more vendors than ever signing up for this year. Yes, I know, Anita. In fact, somebody was just here signing up 2 more teams this morning, a repeat from last year too. She had such a good time last year, and she said she has invited her friends and family. They're coming in from out of town. So let's see, I thought I saw Ashley. Oh yeah, there's Ashley and Mike. You caught that right. So we do have people coming. Of course, you know that people will come in for the Dudette Barbecue, but we've got, like I say, a great line of cook teams, a variety of vendors. R&K Beverages again sponsoring the refreshments, the adult refreshments, and there will be some family refreshments also. And this is all of it's brought to us by pilgrims, but we have some great music, family entertainment, and a little mini outdoor expo, just really something for everybody out there. It's going to be a good time. And the rain is happening now so that it won't be happening on Dudette Day. We've been there, done that, been there, did that, whatever, last year with the rain, and we still had so many faithfuls that came out because it is just that much fun and great barbecue. And it's fun to see people from the community out there serving up that barbecue too in a variety of ways. So those are really big things I want to announce, except that also, like I briefly mentioned earlier, we do have our is it 7th annual, 8th annual, I'm not sure whether to count COVID year or not, but Day of Caring volunteer event. And we take teams from workplaces, or individuals can sign up to participate in that. Just more information is about to be released about that. But that is happening on Friday, June the 21st, the morning of. So yes, it's a hot summer day, but it's just in the morning, and we feed the volunteers a nice breakfast sponsored by ETech. And everybody gets a shirt. We have door prizes, and then they're launched out to do projects in the community. More to come in that in the future. And that's all I've got for now. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Well, thanks again, Caroline. We appreciate everything your group is doing. All right, well, moving right along. Dr. Lorenzo Smith is with us today from SFA. I believe he has good news to share.
Thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate it. First, I want to mention, I am so appreciative of Caroline and Erin and your trust in SFA, continued trust in partnering with you with the Take 5. It's really significant. I don't have to go into how important it is. You heard it, but I'm very, very excited. Someone mentioned cheerleader, and I can tell you that I'm one of the biggest cheerleaders for the program, as is I know interim president Gina Oglesby. So we're very, very excited about that. And, as you know, last week we had the wonderful opportunity to meet in person our new president, Dr. Weaver. He was on campus, and he spoke, among other things, he spoke about just moving forward with a sense of urgency. And I believe the way he framed it was urgency with no fear. And we are very excited to get behind him. One of the underlying themes that was put forth by the chancellor is growth. And as you know, a growing and thriving Stephen F. Austin State University is good for the community. And so I know that the incoming president is going to be working very hard to find ways to continue to help SFA grow and to prosper. And I just want to share with you part of that. We've been working in SFA on a strategic enrollment plan. And there are many parts of that, but one of the things we've been looking at is what sort of academic programs do we want to introduce, and also, by the way, sunset or merge, or there's always a constant process of evolving our curriculum so that we can meet the needs of the students and the industry they will be to which they'll be going. And so I just want to share with you kind of the nature of some of the academic programs that we are really looking to grow and invest in further, because we know that when that happens, that will have a big impact on the growth of the university in terms of its enrollment. And two of them are mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. Another one is construction management. Aviation science is another one. And there's entrepreneurship and nursing, of course. Now, I've mentioned a few of them. That's not because the others are unimportant. It's just because these particular programs, we've vetted them, we've studied them, and we believe that if we invest a little bit more in them, it will allow for a substantial growth that will help the entire university. So these are the things, among things that we're going to put in front of Dr. Weaver. Ultimately, he will preside over all of the decision making, of course, with respect to where we go. But we've been working very hard, prior to his arrival, and just giving him the information that he needs from our perspective to help him lead the university. So again, we're very excited about his arrival, and it's very, very good news. So it's again a great day to be a lumberjack, and we're excited to be engaging the community in so many different ways. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me by email. I can take them now, but certainly I'm available by email or phone call.
Well, that's a good report, Dr. Smith. Thank you so much for that information. I did notice, I have to share this, one of the participants, one of our speakers at last week's Lone Star Legislative Summit did a shout out from the campus with the big ring picture. It was absolutely beautiful picture. He snapped it on his phone and shared it on his social media site. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that big ring it has become an instant classic. It's wonderful. Yeah.
All right. Well, from the city of Nacogdoches, we have our executive director of Visit Nacogdoches, Ashley Morgan, on the call today. Hi, Ashley.
Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. I am really excited about the Give 5 program as well. I attended the informational session last fall, and I'm excited to see it come to fruition. And as you all know, we heavily rely on volunteers to keep the visitor center open 7 days a week, which is huge because we have a lot of visitors come in on the weekends when things are a little bit slower on, Sundays. And so just having volunteers here to have something open on the weekends for visitors to do that are traveling through is big. And so we have a solid volunteer base, but we would love to grow it. And plus, we've heard from our volunteers that it's just such a fulfilling thing to do, to talk to people and meet people from all over the world, and to brag on our community and brag on all of your local businesses. So we're really excited to be a part of this, and hopefully we can be a part of or get some more volunteers out of the Give 5 program, but also support the program as a whole. So this past weekend was an extremely busy weekend. I'm sure you all noticed. I don't know about you, but I went to spring Fling, Kite Fest, and the plant sale, and I didn't even cover everything. It's impossible to. So just another one of those reminders that if you think that there's nothing to do in Nacogdoches, you're not looking hard enough. It's another busy weekend coming up this weekend. Wine Swirl is on Saturday, which we're really excited about. And there's plenty of other things going on as well. And we're getting ready for Doodat and the Red Brick Bluegrass Festival. The first annual Summer Squash is coming up in May. And then, of course, the Blueberry Festival is right around the corner. So we're just rocking and rolling. I am loving being fully staffed. I feel like we are really getting some great social media attention right now. We just had an influencer in last week from Scotland, actually. And she did a reel for us, and it has over 5,000 views. And so we're just so excited about that. And maybe correlated, maybe not, but in March we had over 13,000 website views, which is a record for us. Just to put in perspective, and on average it's about 8,000. So people are looking at Nacogdoches, they're coming here. I got really excited yesterday because in the Daily Sentinel they talked about a couple that came to Nacogdoches for the eclipse. And if y'all remember, I mentioned at the last call that we weren't a destination for the eclipse because we weren't on 100% totality. We were at 97 or 98%. But they chose Nacogdoches because they had been here once before and they loved our town. They're staying all week and they're going to Wine Swirl on Saturday. And they're from San Diego, California. So it's so cool to me. Like, you know, you might not think, or your neighbors might not think that Nacogdoches is not a destination, but it 100% is. And then let's see, y'all may remember that last month I mentioned we were looking for a brick engraver. Good news, I found one. Unfortunately, it was in Tyler, so I really wanted to shop local. It's close enough, and it's getting us by for now. So if anybody needs that contact, let me know. But also, if anyone in Nacogdoches expresses an interest in engraving bricks, I would love to keep that money local, but unfortunately I just wasn't able to find anybody local. But we are back in business, and we have our first order out with her. So if you need to place an order for a brick to be put on the downtown square, let us know. And that's all for me.
Well, thank you, Ashley. Did anybody have any questions for Ashley and all the good things that are going on downtown Nacogdoches and around Nacogdoches? Great. Ashley, thank you for helping us with the Texas Blueberry Festival. I know we're populating your calendar as well as keeping our TexasBlueberryFestival.com site updated. All right, moving along, Small Business Development Center. We have Cassandra Stokes with us today, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about what they're doing at the center and with our small businesses. Hi, Cassandra.
Hi. So, gosh, it's super busy in Nacogdoches right now, and equally as busy with us at the Small Business Development Center. This is really our busy time of the year. Right now, I have 42 clients, of which most are in Nacogdoches County, and I've also had a couple of business startups and several more that are in line to happen before the end of the year. So the SBDC, we celebrate client successes all the time, but I did want to share a couple of them today with you. The first one is Dave Welch. Most of you may know Dave and may remember that he began his business, Wrap It Up, in a small space in the downtown area. And after many years, he purchased his second business, Klein's Printing. He consolidated both of those businesses into one at his current location on University Drive. And he grew over the years since he's been there, he's grown his business into 5 different revenue streams under one roof. Well, actually he has like 2 roofs, but really one business roof. Today, his business is known as Klein's Wrap It Up, and it's very much thriving. Recently, he secured SBA funding for a much needed expansion, remodel, and purchase of equipment. And so today, we celebrate Dave Welch's success at a chamber ribbon cutting at 4:30 over on University Drive. And we hope to see everybody there to show off the new look of Klein's Wrap It Up. The second client success that I want to tell you about is Brittany Vinson. Most of you may know her as well, and you may know of her business, Tomei. In 2022, our local office wanted to recognize our client, Brittany, the owner of Tomei, as an up-and-coming entrepreneur. And so we submitted her accomplishments to the SBA, which resulted in her selection as the 2022 SBA Minority-Owned Business of the Year. Over the past several years, Brittany continues to be a stellar example of what it means to overcome the obstacles of business ownership while continuing to thrive and grow and expand a business. So she earned another nomination from our office, and it is my pleasure to inform you that Brittany has been selected by the SBA as the 2024 Houston District Woman-Owned Business of the Year. So she will be recognized on Tuesday, May 7th, for the Small Business Awards event in Houston. And so we're super excited for both Dave and Brittany. That completes my update.
Well, those are good things happening. We are really excited to be at Klein's Wrap It Up today. By the way, it's just one of 3 ribbon cuttings we have scheduled this week. So today at 4:30, tomorrow at 4:30 at Revolution Road Wood-Fired Pizza. We'll be celebrating with them at Red House Winery. And then Thursday, ribbon cutting for StarTex Home and Land, a new business on the South Loop. Ribbon cutting at 4:30. So if you've never attended a ribbon cutting with our chamber folks, please, you've got 3 great chances this week to do that. Thank you, Cassandra. Does anyone have any questions for Cassandra or what her office is doing? Okay, well, let's move along to Cassie Regal with Workforce Solutions, Deep East Texas. How's Workforce, Cassie?
Good, good. Thank you, guys. Just a couple of things to share this morning. So Workforce Solutions has partnered with NEDCO for a job fair next week. It is going to be at the C.L. Simon Recreation Center Gymnasium from 10 to 1. We'll have employers from the healthcare industry, from IT, manufacturing, and Nacogdoches. So we're excited for job applicants to come out and connect with those employers. And again, if you know anyone that needs help getting, prepared for success, dressed for success, please direct them to our Workforce Solutions Center in Nacogdoches. Also wanted to share that our Texas Conference for Employers is coming up in May, on May 17th. And that will be at the Fredonia Hotel. And I will put the link to register in the chat. And also, this is our last week for teacher externship applications. So if you guys know any teachers that would like to apply, we've got NIPCO and NACSpace in Nacogdoches that are participating as our host employers for that area. So we're excited to connect those teachers to some meaningful employer experiences this summer. So that kind of wraps up what I have. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Cassie. I'm going to also mention that your director, Mark Durand, is going to speak on that program at our Eggs and Issues this month. Yes, he will be our guest speaker, Eggs and Issues, on April 25th. So if you haven't registered for that event, please do and get your seat saved. I'm really curious to hear more about how that's going to impact our workforce.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think we're back to Erin for an NISD update. Is that right?
Yes, so NISD is entering the last 6 weeks of school, and we got standardized testing coming up and lots of things, graduation, terrific end of the year things, acknowledging our seniors, which I will use as a transition to the Nacogdoches Education Foundation. We honor our top 20 seniors, academic seniors, and each of them gets to honor their favorite teacher. at our second annual Nacogdoches Education Foundation banquet the first week of May, actually the second week of May. And we still need sponsorship for that event. $500 sponsors a whole table of people, but we will take any donation to get our banquet up and running and provide this wonderful event for our top academics. We have a beautiful program that the kids get to take home and the families take home, and we sell gorgeous high gloss ads in those. So reach out to me if you have an interest. Also, if you will peep my Facebook page or the NEF4 Dragons Facebook page and check out, we gave away $34,000 in grants to teachers just last week. Drumline, cheerleaders, board members, we went walking down the halls and gave away those huge checks, and the teachers cheered and cried, and it was really fun, and you're going to see some cool innovative things come out of that. So all your contributions to the foundation go right back into the classroom. Also, I wanted to tack on to what Ashley Morgan said about visiting Nacogdoches. We have some data from Wine Swirl that those tickets are coming from everywhere. And if Tori was on the call, she'd remember. Ashley, do you remember how far out? Some of those tickets are from far away that we've sold.
Yeah, I believe we saw some in Washington and California, Idaho, maybe. It was weird, but awesome.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Sorry to hop from school district to Wine Swirl, two very separate entities, but I'm on the Main Street board, so hope no one is confused about that. Anyway, that's what's happening at Nacogdoches ISD and with the Nacogdoches Education Foundation.
Well, thank you, Erin. That was a great report. Yes, Erin is a busy lady. I'm not even going to tap into her as our education committee chairman because I'm hoping maybe on the next call she'll talk a little bit about the Lot Crew program and the convocation that will be coming up in May for that class. That's going to be cool. Okay, great. All right. Well, we need to move along to Anita Scott at the Nacogdoches County Exposition Center.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all for having me again. So if you're passing by the Expo Center and you see cars out here and you're wondering what's going on here at the Expo Center, we have virtual K-12 virtual learning academy that's going to be here in the house from now until May the 3rd. And they're just doing testing and stuff like that for kids who are learning at home, I suppose. And then April the 18th to the 21st is Evans United Spring Carnival. It's free admission and free parking, and Sheriff Bridges and his men and women will be out here doing their security and things like that. So we want to invite the community to come on out and enjoy the Midway. It's like I said, free parking, free admission. And, want to make sure that the SFA students know that it's happening out here. It's amazing to me. So many times they don't know of the community events that happen that they can come and be a part of. And so want to be sure to make sure they know that it's happening out here. We also have April the 20th, which is right in the middle of Evans United Spring Carnival. The Nacogdoches High School Prom is going to be inside the Civic Center. And also Old Stone Fort Bike Ride benefiting Nacogdoches Rotary Club is also on April the 20th. So we have a lot going on here on the property, but we know it can happen and it's going to be a great time for the community. April the 22nd, Cushion ISD Award Banquet will be downstairs. And then, like Caroline mentioned, April 27th, of course, is our Do That Barbecue again. So be sure to come out and enjoy. It's going to be fun. We're excited about it, very excited about it, and really like it because it's family friendly and all inclusive. So we're excited about that. So that's all I have right now. If you are interested in anything that I've mentioned here, you can go to our website at nacexpo.net. We put pretty much everything on there, as well as our Facebook page, or give us a call here at the Expo Center, 936-564-0849. That's all I have, Kelly.
Well, thank you, Anita. It's good to hear from you, always.
We have a lot going on all the time, and that's exciting. We like that.
All right. Well, we're going to hear from Gary Lee Ashcraft, Sawmill 6-man report. Anything else? Gary Lee, how about you?
Here I am. Sawmill Six Man is totally focused, along with just everybody we got on our team, on raising funds for recruiting. Kyle Keller, the coach, and his team are out there trying to get the best that we can. We had some of our players escape through the portal to get better opportunities. We actually had 6, and 2 turned around and came back. So got a pretty good. We're really excited about next year, as we always are. But we'll have a whole slate of new players. It'll be exciting to watch. I tried to put on the chat the Sawmill Six Man website. If anybody's interested, or your friends or whatever in the basketball team specifically, you can go to that website and tap on a donation level from $10 a month to $100 if you like. And also, I put my phone number on there. If anybody has any questions about what we're doing or what have you, you can give me a call, and I'll be happy to respond to you best I can. So that's the Sawmill Six Man report from me. I'll tell you, Give Five, I had a little bit of involvement with that in my day, and I'm really, really proud of all of you all who are making that program happen. It's wonderful. So kudos to you. And Lorenzo, I'm excited about the president getting here and hiring a new athletic director. We're ready to have that happen. You can donate if you prefer to other sports through the Sawmill Collective, and I'd encourage you to do so if you're interested in football, bowling, soccer, or whatever. These kids are being paid, and in order for us to stay competitive with other schools, we need to do our best to enhance those programs. Thank you, Axum.
Thank you. Before we start into chamber announcements, did I skip over anyone that had some news to share? I want to call on one person in particular. Kitty Rena works at Burke. Burke is sponsoring this call today, but she is another busy lady in town, and she has some other exciting news to share with other things she's involved with. Hi, Kenny.
Hello. Thank you, Kelly. So I would like to share about our Fredonia Rotary Club. Erin actually will be inducted today, and Kelly is a new member as well. So we're excited to have that club growing, and would love to have any of you that's would like to attend and be a guest of the club. Today we have a program on the Red Brick Bluegrass Festival. So you can learn more about that and lots of other things going on in town. With Angela Wiederhold and Scott Waller will be sharing that. But I also want to share about 2 of our events. I posted in the link in the chat about our run. So on May 4, we're having a May the 4th Be With You Star Wars themed 5K. It'll be a little different and a kids K. So we have the kids running their 1K and 10 and under. And then we have the 5K as well, and kids can run in the 5K. So that benefits the club, the service projects of the club, and scholarships. And we like to do a lot with financial literacy with youth, as well as some projects with sending youth to leadership programs. And we're working on a new scholarship for an SFA student, for students to apply for. So that's May 4, and we are still taking sponsorships for that. And you can contact me about that. And if you have a place where our team did not get to your location and we have flyers to put out, you would take some flyers, just let me know. And then we also have a new event. We're lucky to have some few past golf tournament planners that are on our team. Miss Devin Peterson is planned golf tournaments in the past, and her husband is the golf pro out at Woodland Hills Golf Course. And so on June 14, we're having a Too Hot to Handle golf tournament. And it's $400 a team. There's a shotgun start at 1 o'clock, so it will be a hot event. And we have just a limited amount of team spots available, and there is a payout. So I'm not a expert at golf tournaments. I know nothing on them. I'm the fun run person, but and we have some sponsorships for that as well. So if you're interested in that, just give us a holler.
Thank you, Kitty. It's good to see all this good stuff. I wanted to go back to Monica Loa, please, with Carrie. Hi, Monica. I think she had some more good information to share.
Yes, thank you, Kelly. I have a couple of regional updates. So if any of you remember from last summer, we had what we called the FRED forums, the Forums for Rural Economic Development, and we had one per 12 East Texas counties that we serve here at SFA Cary. This year, in a couple of months, we will be doing a round 2, but this will be, hey, last summer we saw you all, we gathered information, we created a couple of reports that kind of summarized information. We presented most of that information at the mashup, and these continuation FRED forums, early summer tentative scheduling, we will be kind of expanding on those findings and really trying to create some planning, or in the words of Congressman Sessions, the guide. So it's not a plan, it is a guide for our regional partners to implement in their communities. This week, actually, we are meeting with some of our regional stakeholders in partnership with Texas Forest Country Partnership and Cary, and we'll be scheduling those events. So you'll hear more about those in the coming weeks. And then we are also, Cary is also partnering with a few local hosts in our region for the Governor's Small Business Summit scheduled for June 28th in Lufkin. And so we are one of 15 host sites in Texas on the governor's map of small business summits. And we are co-hosting with Texas Forest Country Partnership, Jasper Economic Development Corporation, our Cary Center, of course, Debtwork, the Small Business Development Center in Lufkin, and then SFA Small Business Hub as well. So we're super excited. It'll be regional, and per Nancy's request, it is the Lufkin/East Texas Small Business Summit. So we are super excited to partner on that. And those are the 2 items that I have updates for today. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Well, thank you, Monica. We have a lot going on in our chamber right now. I mentioned the few things that are going on this week. That's just a smidgen of what's going on this month. Please look at the link that I included in the chat for our calendar, but you can always get to that through nacogdoches.org. I want to point out a couple of things along with the exit issues happening this month. We'll also have an Alive After 5 on April 25th. That is Ted Smith hosting at State Farm on North Street in the downtown area. He's doing his famous crawfish boil that evening. It's also going to serve as a kickoff to the start of the Leadership Nacogdoches alumni with new co-chairs Aaron Wyndham. There's a name you don't hear often, right? And Charles Zamonic. So they have taken that program over and they are ready to get it running. So if you went through the Leadership Nacogdoches program and you graduated, your alumni, please try to attend that or be looking for more information about more activities for the alumni group. We also have a business development series scheduled for this month. This is the workshop. Cassandra Stokes is part of that planning committee. There may be some other folks on this call that are involved, but it's financial fitness focused. So getting your business finances in shape. And I think there's a lot of good information that will be shared during this time on Tuesday, April 30th at 6 p.m. We have it at that time, so small business owners hopefully can make that time. It'll be at our Nacogdoches Parks and Recreation Center there on North Street, and it is free to attend. So please let your small business friends know that this is available to them. And along with getting the good information, they'll probably get to network with some other small business owners who can swap stories with them and find out some new things and new tips and new information. So please go to our website, sign up for our email communications. I'm going to go into my closing unless someone really needed to say something at this moment. We're really happy you joined us today and were able to share and to listen and now get on with our business day. Wishing you a prosperous day and week ahead. Ciao.